Ahoy community, it's me again, Majovo Games, and today we're gonna be doing Viewers Conquest Political Episode 5. I've changed the title because I forgot to change the title. Anyways, here's some kind of recaps if you guys didn't notice. Australia is invaded, split between Qing dynasty and Ottoman Empire. What else? The Soviets and the Qing dynasty have been militarizing their own borders. Same with the Ottomans, but the Soviets refuse. And Ethiopia was invaded. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, let's begin. Let's begin with the actions. Y'all guys can start submitting actions now. The Portuguese troops make more just duplicate. Qing dynasty creates more troops. The Soviets make more troops. The missile systems are being improved. But you're telling Kedah to invade his own country? That makes no sense. The Spanish make more units in Mexico. Start recruiting divisions, says Kedah. The Dutch troops start to disappear by starving and doing absolutely nothing outside their country. The Norwegians reject Denmark from joining them. Kedah is now Sweden, he's not Russia. The Russian Empire is gone. And this is myth now, but Epic is that changes country to Sweden. Denmark declares war on Norway. The Danish-Norwegian war starts. The Soviets declare war on Latvia and Estonia. Okay, there's so much actions going on now. No, France still exists, but you have some troops remaining. Actually, no, not anymore. Create divisions in Belize. Okay, if you're gonna be spamming words, then I'm not gonna do your actions, Antares. I'm just gonna put one troop for doing that. Stop repeating. Just make it all under one message, or I'm not gonna approve your action. The Danish land on the region of Oslo and those cities nearby. From now on, if you're gonna put separate words on different messages, like how Antares and ARG are doing, I will not accept those actions. That's because Georgian guy is not doing anything about it. Georgian guy is not doing anything. He just lets his troops on outside his own borders. The Battle of Oslo goes to a fail. Converting troops does not work in VCOP. You cannot do that. Yes, Georgian guy, you still have those colonies in Malaysia. And also, Georgian guy, do something about these troops, because they're not in your country. If you don't take them away from Lithuania, then they'll just go bye-bye. Sweden joins the Austrian lines, I guess. A stalemate in Svalbard due to the cold Arctic, and they're more used to the ice polar bears in Svalbard. Troops from Bornholm and Iceland go to the Svalbard front. The Soviets advance even more. Estonians start sending their troops to the front lines. Latvians as well. The Danes make more troops and start making another naval landing on Oslo. The naval battle begins, but they cannot land. Divisions in Lithuania are gone. Oh shit. The Americans sent troops to help Denmark. They start to land on Oslo. The Battle of Oslo begins. The leader of Norway decides to change his capital to Bergen. They find a lot of photos of the leaders, just like Bashar al-Assad. They find a lot of family pictures and private documents on Oslo. Sweden sends troops to assist Denmark. Qing dynasty retreats troops from Norway. The Norwegian troops die in Svalbard, and Svalbard is now fully occupied by Denmark. Poland declares war on Norway? For what? The new capital is called Bergen. I think it's the second biggest city in Norway. Well, largest city in Norway. Not by land area, I mean like... you know what I'm talking about. The Norwegians start to be weakened. Even if they're really used to their own terrain. Poles sent paratroopers in Norway. Well, I guess right here, but they just get graped. Paratrooper fails. Not Bergen, it's Bergen. The B-E-R-G-E-N. The new capital of Norway is occupied. Norway unconditionally surrenders to Denmark. Poland leaves the war. The American troops go home. Yeah, Bamber, you got invaded last episode. You missed a lot. You were going good with stalemates, but you got invaded. You're not a you don't exist anymore, Bamber. The Swedish troops go back home. Kedah, please do your treaty. Oh, okay. Bro, I don't want to go to Google Chat, but alright. I'll just go to Google Chat for this. Well, if you want. Bro, I'm trying to open his DMs, but it's not loading for me. Bro, it's the same thing! It's the same thing! Aziz and Antares invaded you, Bamber. Oh yeah, Myth said advance. The Baltics might consider surrendering. it's not loading. You send it on group chat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, well, I want to rename it. Sweden and Norway? Alright, peace treaty signed. There we go. Look at that transparent PNG. Nice. The Australians, despite getting support, they cannot really rebel because they just got invaded and they're not ready for a rebellion. It takes years and years and years. Where's Myth? Sweden makes more units. Okay, what flag did you make? Make new units. Okay. Make more units and advance. Latvia unconditionally surrenders to the USSR. However, Estonia still stays on the battle. Battle of Tallinn begins. What do you mean send military equipment to the... Oh, you're helping them? Right. Estonia falls to the USSR. Estonia and Latvia completely surrender and lose the war. It's the Soviet Union, that's right, Myth. Please sign your treaty, Myth. Make more divisions in Angola. Why are you forgetting about your colonies like Macau or Goa or, well, Guinea? The Soviets annexed entirely both nations. The war is over. What's it gonna add? Make more units in Australia. Bamber, you can just pick, well, Paraguay, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, one of the Central American countries. Grappa, no, Del Novo, Skibidi Mejovo. Dead meme, Fury. Create more units to us, US and Canada. Oh yeah, you change your flag. That means I gotta select everything just to change and get them flag. What's up, StillChill? Yes, Sweden joined the alliance. Bamber picks Peru. Wait, Soviet Union invaded Estonia and Latvia, and Denmark invaded Norway, forming the Denmark-Norway Union. Skibidi divisions. Myth makes more units. Yeah, I know, Xhayas. Denmark, Norway. Bro, I already said everything. Why don't you listen? Oh my... Yeah, I'm not explaining. Fuck you, I'm not explaining. I already did. Make more units. Okay. Okay, once again, Soviet Union invaded Estonia and Latvia. Denmark invaded Norway, forming the Denmark-Norway. And, well, Bamber's gone. US changes flag. Sweden joined the Euro Alliance. That's it. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to play that. The Finnish are aware and start making more, hiring more troops and, well, get ready for war. Oh yeah, well, I forgot to add capitals. Peru makes more troops. I didn't mean to do that. I feel like someone else should be Finland, so they can probably team up with Denmark and Sweden. But nah, they're just invading them. The Finns are aware of the Danes, so they put state of emergency as soon as possible. However, Swedes in Finland start to get inspired and protest about joining Sweden. Finland held a referendum. A referendum saying if Finland should rejoin Sweden. Here are the results. 60% of Finns living in Finland vote for yes, and 30% no, and 10% of unknown result. So Finland has requested to be annexed by Sweden. Do you accept Epic? Because they want to do it better this way. Finland wants to join Sweden. They do not want to do any violence. The Finns don't want to be touched by the Soviet Union, so they just prefer being Swedish. And that's, yeah, and that's a no, unfortunately, for Myth. Finland does not want to do that. They only want to be entirely Swedish. Finland officially joined Sweden, ceding their entire territory to Sweden. As well for the Finnish troops, they join as the Swedish troops. Fun fact: in Finland, Sweden is Finnish. What? No. In fact, Sweden. In Finland, you also gotta speak Swedish. Gotta change their troops to Sweden too. That is a free land for Epic. Germany recruits more troops. Send my dames back home to Norway. Recruit more troops and upgrade technology. I thought I deleted that capital. Most of them spawn from the Nile River. Well, near the Nile River or Nile Delta. The UK is the most stable country in the world so far. Alright. Demin, you are heavily militarized on your entire nation. You should start doing something else. Perhaps invading other countries. Okay, no wars so far. The Canadian provinces in the US become one of the American, well, US states, especially Ontario, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador, Nunavut, Alberta, British Columbia, Yukon, and yeah. Stabilize rebellious areas and recruit more troops. The Ottomans seems to be pretty stable. They also recruit more troops. Wait, Aziz, I have a question. Do you recognize Kosovo like not Serbian or just Serbian, out of curiosity? Create more units and request for 1940. What British watched? Sorry, I'm retarded in history. What happened? Did they get genocide or just stolen their resources or whatever? Protests in German Papua New Guinea. Or Papua, German Papua. Papuans want independence from the German Empire. Oh, okay. Yeah, but Aziz, do you think Kosovo should be like, if you have Ottoman Empire, would you consider Kosovo like a Serbian state or just an Albanian state? Serbs are not happy with this situation, so they protest and try to gain independence from the Ottoman Empire. Same goes for the other West Balkan countries. They're upset that the Ottomans are preparing for a war. Mercia, what you can do is recruit troops. You don't have that much. Bahrain is scared of the threat, so they decide to join the Ottoman Empire, ceding their full nation to join the Ottomans. Referendum should the map Hilindo and the Caribbean islands turn to dominions just like Canada. The results: 60% of the population vote for no. 30% of the population vote for yes. 10% vote for unknown. The Danish nation is going pretty well. It's going pretty well. The Montenegro recruits more troops possible, but that won't be a really much match for the Ottoman. I mean, yeah. I just have a bigger... The Americans make more troops. Improve missile systems, start researching in tank. Yeah, okay. The Norwegians stick with the autonomy. There's a lot of troops in the US though. What are you talking about? It's just that they have a really big land. Canada as a nation is pretty much forgotten now, considering they are US states. Otherwise the 13 colonies would not be forgotten. The Ottomans recruit more troops. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't mean to do that. The Ottomans start recruiting troops in Comoros and Reunion. Make units in Zambia. You mean Rhodesia? In this timeline it's called Rhodesia, not Zambia. Otherwise you just call it North Rhodesia and South Rhodesia. They're suspicious that you put troops nearby their border. I don't know what that is, but I think it's this or this. Just don't really pay attention to. This is the Faroe Islands. This is Jan Mayen, And I think this is the Bouville Islands, or this. Protest in Japan. They're rooting for their own independence. The protests rise in Papua, and there starts to be riots. There may be a civil war in German Empire now. What? I don't know where it is. I don't recognize it. Why is this troop here? The Antarctica is really hard to colonize, so it's impossible. That's right, Demin. It's called Rhodesia, not Zambia. A revolution has erupted in German Empire. other African colonies start to get inspired, especially Namibia. Namibia declares independence. Guys, it's not Xhayas, it's the protest. They decided to erupt the civil war. all colonies are criticizing the Germans as incompetent, leading them to try gain independence. They start protesting. Namibia's surrender. Schleswig-Holstein is this part, which it's like between Germany and Denmark, but in modern day it's in Germany.